Hi everyone, it's Dot and welcome to week 28 of my Final 50. As you know, I started seeing a cancer therapist a few weeks ago. The therapy is part of a program called Life with Cancer that my hospital offers for free. It's designed to help you cope physically and emotionally from the moment of diagnosis through treatment and into survivorship. Last week I mentioned that my therapist suggested the idea that I rework my health goals so that there isn't an end point, so to speak. So instead of looking at my weight loss and getting healthier as a before and after, I'm looking at it as before and now. Optimizing my health never stops. It's an ongoing process. And the only stopping point, quite frankly, is when I'm 6 feet under. One of those goals on that list she had me work up is to start working on my healthy bucket list. The idea of a bucket list is that you put together a list of things you really want to do before you die. In 2014, I decided to do a healthy bucket list. I wanted something a little more life-affirming about my new low-carb lifestyle. It's a list of things I've always wanted to pursue, but I never tried because of my weight and bad health. What I love about it is my list works as a motivational tool. For example, I gear my workout routine to very specific items on that list that I want to achieve. I'll put a link to my bucket list below the video in case you're interested in taking a look. Here are 5 rules I use to put together my healthy bucket list. Rule number 1, figure out what you truly want to do, not what you think you should do. It's your list and it should matter to you. I know there are things your spouse, family, friends would all love for you to do. Great. That goes on their list, not yours. Ask yourself, is there anything you wanted to experience? What are you curious about? Are there physical challenges you really wanted to take on? Put them on your list. Rule number 2, don't worry about perfection. For myself, I used to fear trying anything new because I was afraid of failing. It's overwhelming and at times paralyzing. And when you're overweight, that fear can make you stop living your life to its fullest. So use your list to motivate yourself to get healthy, lose the weight, and conquer your fears. I remember in 2008, my husband wanted to take me to England to celebrate our wedding anniversary. Initially, I was really excited about it until I looked at myself in the mirror. Now, if you've seen my before photo, the one where I'm wearing the orange shirt, that is actually me in London. I freaked out about the trip because I was afraid of how much walking I had to do, or visiting certain sites like the Tower of London because of all the narrow passageways. I worried I was going to get stuck, but my husband got the airline tickets anyway. I loved that trip, and I'm grateful my husband didn't let that fear stop us from enjoying our lives. And of course, I would have enjoyed it much more if I was healthier and lighter. But I had a blast, and it was something I always wanted to do. And I almost let fear stop me from doing it. Rule number 3, include things that improve your daily life. Now, when I say improve your daily life, I'm talking about including items that stimulate you emotionally, mentally, and optimize your health. It could be a hobby, learning something new like a language, joining a local walker or running club. Something that's on my list is reading more. I'm talking about the classics, things like Hemingway, Tolstoy. What I've learned about myself during my weight loss journey is that if I'm not learning something new, I'm not really living. Rule number 4, think of a mix of very achievable goals and dreams that have eluded you. A lot of my realistic goals are very physical in nature, like running a 10K or doing unmodified push-ups. My current workout routine is geared to crossing those items off my list. And the hope is I will cross these items off my list this year. Doing that would help me build momentum and give me courage to try those things that I've wanted to do, but I was just too afraid to try, like riding a zip line or a jet ski, but hopefully not at the same time. I also want to try parasailing and wearing a bikini, definitely at the same time. I've dreamed of visiting the 7 best museums in the world, and I've already knocked 2 of them off my list. See, bucket lists can be fun. Rule number 5, your list should always be changing. Now, I don't mean rewrite it every week or month. As you start crossing items off your list, you're going to come up with other things you really want to do. For me, as I lost weight, got healthier, and gained confidence, I found there were new things I really wanted to experience. My initial list started as a top 10, and as I started crossing things off, I added new challenges to conquer. And sometimes those things on your list no longer interest you. What I do is I just get rid of it. It's not a job. It's something that you really want to do, and if you don't want to do it anymore, then don't. My healthy bucket list is a living document. It has to change with me. All right, let's go ahead and look at this week's numbers. Last week, I weighed 204.2 pounds. This week, I'm up slightly. I'm at 204.9 pounds. So, a slight increase. I'm not worried about it. It really comes from me eating out too much last week, and it's a bad habit that I'm looking to start cracking down on. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please share with your friends. And until next time, I'll see ya.